Hi guys, today I'm going to show you what's inside this finished sketchbook. Um, it's been a while since I finished a sketchbook entirely, to be completely honest. I Last time I finished a sketchbook was back during the pandemic, and not to say that the art I did back then was like really ass and cringy. I mean, it was both of those things, but it also helped me get to where I am today, and I have so much more progress to be to make still. But you know what? If you guys want a video on those as well, let me know. That would be very fun. Kind of soul crushing on my end, but um, I guess it could make for a good video. But that's besides the point. Today I'm here to talk about this sketchbook that I started in September 2023. Damn, it took me really like almost 3 years to finish this. That's insane. So I might do a quick sticker tour for people who like me, who love stickers. So I have a desert sand frog. I have a catnap from Project Playtime. What the fuck? From Puppy Playtime. I have a little Miku, little Miffy here, another Miffy here. One I got in Little Tokyo with my friend Dose. I think I had the name of the artist who made those because it was in this Artist Alley shop that we got it. Very cute. I really love this one. I did use up one of my Blue Period stickers. Also some stickers that I got from the rolls of washi tape that I own, that I cut up from the rolls and just stuck on there. I have a little Sonic, of course, that is very resistant. I have a little Leon, of course, and I have one from one of my favorite museums ever, one Mofusand, and the kitties from like a Tokidoki blind box, I think. And then I got a bunch of touristy stuff, like cool places. And I have one Project Sekai one and no Haru from Persona 5. I don't know this author. Really, I don't know if he's a good person. I should have checked that before sticking it on there, but I mean, the quote is okay, and I got it as a freebie as well. So, and yeah, and my sketchbook, oh, another one of those Artist Alley stickers is really, really cute. I love it. And this sketchbook is made by Crescent, and I wanted to find to order one like this to continue, like to pursue my traditional art sketchbook into one of those again. But I think I cannot get my hands on them. I checked our stores, I checked online, and I think they just maybe discontinued it. But this one was really cool because it was advertised to be no transfer proof, like very hard pages, very thick pages that were supposed to not have any bleeding, and it really holds up to this promise. So let's dig in, shall we? So I know for a fact that there are some pictures of myself and my friends on the first on the cover page, so I'm just gonna hide that for a little bit because I don't want to dox myself. But I did put a postcard of my favorite Van Gogh painting ever, which is Café Terrasse. I just love this painting a lot. It's just so mesmerizing and comforting, and just seeing it in the flesh was just mind-blowing, and I love this painting to death. It's just my favorite ever, and I really wanted to put the postcard of it in my sketchbook because I don't know, it's special. And here, so when you first open my sketchbook, you have a drawing made by Dulce when we met up, actually for the first time in 2023, and they drew themselves eating one of the giant corn dogs that they sold at Little Tokyo, and also the sandwiches that we ate, and also a difference in our sizes because I'm a bit taller than they are. I'm not that tall, but this is, I don't know if they're gonna be mad at me for saying this, but they're quite small. I love you, bro. But yeah, I just I bought this sketchbook a bit before meeting them, and I just really wanted them to just draw a little bit on my sketchbook to, you know, have this forever and, you know, a nice memory. And yeah, I've been loving seeing this goofy this goofy drawing every time I open my sketchbook. It's just really special. And here I have some, I was gonna say freebies, but they're just like other drawings I did that I didn't really know where to store them, so I just put them up here. Okay, so here for my first page. So when I first started this sketchbook, I was really into Resident Evil 4. And I say I was as if I still wasn't really into Resident Evil 4. I mean, the remake more than the OG is my favorite game of all time. I just think that the story is unmatched and the characters are really cool. And just to play this game is just so fucking cool. Sorry if there's a fucking Among Us here. I'm so sorry. I get to that in a minute. But I drew a little drawing of Ada with like I put stickers because I think I messed up her chin. And also there's Lewis, another Lewis here, and a little Leon. I think I love this list better than this one because I like how for the first time I just managed to do a swipe profile. Almost good. Anyway, so this is the first page. Here, I wanted to do an animatic. Wow, I know. Me wanting to make animatics in 2023 and never doing them. And yeah, I wanted to do this with 4 Minutes by Justin Timberlake and Madonna back in 2023. But I just wanted to use this page as like, you know, like how like I would plan the animatic or whatever. But I never ended up doing it, and the page got really like messy, and I covered it up. So it's really weird, but I have a little strawberry snack, a little Simski, little thing from a pop-up shop in Shibuya, and a little Hello Kitty thing, and the fucking Among Us. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of cringy stuff, so don't mind it. I drew another portrait of Leon from Resident Evil 4. I wanted to try something else with my style, but I didn't end up going with that for the rest of the sketchbook, to be honest. It was maybe a bit too geometric, and I like more round shapes. Here, I drew the cast of Resident Evil 4 with Ashley, Luis, Leon, and Ada. And then a bunch more of Leon, an infected Leon. I like this gray. I don't remember which pen it was, but I like how this is colored because it's really subtle. I feel like when I color something in full, it never looks great, but when the colors are pastel and subtle, it looks okay. So I'm liking this. Here I got back into Project Sakai because of the latest Emu event. Forgot what it's called, but I like the cards. God awful Rui I did here, just awful looking. Never let me draw with colored pens again. Here I got a bunch of AU of you know, versions of Tsukasa and Rui. It's kind of random, and also like when I add text and like stickers, is that something else is badly drawn under said piece of paper. So oh yeah, so this sketchbook is gonna be very heavy on the Studio Investigrave games because I did a lot of fan art for those games. I started of course by playing Dead Plate, and I played A Liver to Hitch, and I played Married in Red and Cold Front and all the other games except for Jackpot Crash Course. That's been out for like a few months only, and I hadn't had the time to play it. But I was really like, you know, into the style of those games and like the art and the universes. I think it was really cool. Like it was really a different type of horror games, and the characters are really nicely done by the guys at the studio. I got distracted by this really badly drawn wolf. Sorry. Anyways. So here, like, are the characters from Dead Plate, Vince and Roddy, but in like their vampire alternate universe that the authors posted themselves. And this wolf will haunt me forever. Moving on. This is like from a. Oh my god, this is so. This is such like fandom, rite of passage, themes because this is a gender bend, and then like a swap, alternate universe as well. And yeah, I like this pose the most. Then the cold front page, because I think I almost did like a page, a game, like a page of fan art for each game, but I think I just did this for those two games only, sadly. So I did one for cold front. I really like cold front. I think if you want to get into this game studio, start by cold front. And you know, like it's really sweet. I like that, and it's sad that not a lot of games explore those themes, you know, of friendship and rekindling, and you know, like I feel like it was really raw and realistic. So yeah, here I drew like, you know, the main characters Winnie and Augustine, and then I added a bunch of little papers and did a little collage. I really like how this came out. Not so much for the other ones, but this one I really like because I drew with colored pencils and pencils only, and you know, I rarely do that, so I really like how this turned out. You know, and then I did a little pop-up action. I really love this page. It's not like, you know, some art on it is not one of like, it's not my best art ever, but just how I decided to put the elements together. I, you know, like I did for this page, I did like do a little sketch of where I would put each character, and it helped. And I think it shows that I thought about composition for the first time in my head. I also used screen tone sheets for the first time, and it was really fun to use those. And I love using them in like in the wrong in the wrong manner. And also like I use some papers to do the details on their suits, and I like that. I like that I only used a part of it. And you know, I really had fun during this page. I remember like it was fun to spend time on it and treat this almost as if it was more of a collage than a drawing. And then I have a bunch of Alien Stage fan art. So yeah, I drew a little Sua, a little Mitzi, a little Luca, and I love Luca's stage. And then we also, of course, have Ivan and Till. Is it Ivan? Sorry, Ivan. I keep pronouncing his name wrong. It's Ivan and Till. I drew little chibis of Ivan and little Till here, of course, sipping the camera off. And then I, you know, like I just invented him a costume. I put Ivan into a costume I saw on Pinterest. Like it's very space, neo retro vibe, and like a digital angel core thingy. If you've seen other videos on my channel, but I did a cover of Black Sorrow, and of course this is my favorite song of all of the other songs on Alien Stage. It's very raw, and I don't know, it's something about like, you know, someone yearning that much. It really got to me, and it really got into my heart. And I love this shot, so I tried to replicate it in my style, and I used this like foil paper thingy that I got from where did I get this? I think I got it from a packaging of something. I loved also putting those are real dried flowers. I just glued them. Like, it's not even, I didn't even dry them for real. Like, I just put a lot of transparent glue on them, and it dried them just as if I like pressed them. But at the same time, it really glued them on there, because if I would have pressed them only, they wouldn't have stayed, and I really wanted them to stick, and especially this flower in this particular shape, because I really like how it blends with the yellow lines. Then some more Studio Investigrave they played, and unreleased games from Studio Investigrave, like fan art and AUs, I guess. And I wanted to give them like 1960 clothings, like kind of like the Mondrian dress for Manon, And then like like oversized. I don't really remember if oversized suits were a thing in the 60s, but I wanted to have this kind of feel to it. I tried. And then we have the cast of Bittersweet Sentence. I think that was the name of the game that is not released yet, but Rachel, one of the devs and creators of all of the Studio Investigrave games, has already posted the characters from those unreleased games and kind of like what they are about a bit. And this is Uno from Silver Bullet. Really excited about this game when it comes out. And also a coworker and a pro tag who's biting his computer off. Yeah. Oops. So here, I kind of don't want to get into this page a lot, so I'm gonna blur it, sadly. Sorry. But it's a bunch of crazy writings from my OCs. Like, I really want to make something with them. Like the OCs, if you want to see something with them in it, I did like the last animag that's posted on my channel is about those little OCs. And yeah, like I have a bunch of ideas. I really do want to make something like kind of like at least draw one chapter of what I want to do with them at least and see if I can make more one day. So for this next page, I also went the collage route. So I drew on the A4 piece of paper and I like the drawing a lot, so I cut them out and glued them on this page. They're just headshots, nothing too fancy. I just like how this coworker came out. Yeah. You can also see the ghost of some cursed Sanrio characters I did here. They were supposed to be cursed, but I actually didn't really like how they ended up looking on the page, so I put this little Wonderland Showtime washi tape thingy and like a piece of glittery tape to support it. Then on this page, I also glued something that wasn't drawn into the sketchbook. I say glued, but I used this, how do you call it again? It's like this glue paste dough thingy, and it ended up looking very bad. So this is a crossover between Elevator Hitch and Detroit Become Human. I drew this like way more recently. Almost like, actually no, a year ago. Wow. Like this page was left blank for some reason, so I glued it on there. And then a bunch more of those little headshots I drew on A4 paper. So it's supposed to be my persona / me. This is coworker, and yeah, I drew a random persona in there. Whoops. So for this, same thing, Elevator Hitch as well. I haven't finished this one because I didn't like how it was starting, so sadly left unfinished. This one I changed up my style a little bit. I think I drew this back at when I was working. I drew this on my lunch break or whatever. And yeah, really like a different style from what I usually draw. Then I did. When I decide to draw during Inktober or Drawtober or whatever, I always end up drawing for maximum 3 days, and then I stop doing it. I never managed to go through an entire month of October and draw every single day. I never managed that. I'm sorry, I'm weak. But here I followed what was the name of the account? I think it was Pink Lemonade. Maybe I'm gonna double check, but they're they're famous dead plate artists in the Studio Investigrave fandom, and they did their own prompt list, and I decided to follow the first few days by whose designs are made by another artist from the fandom. I'm gonna try and put their name also in here. So they designed this because like Swap Blade exists, but this specific design of Swap Blade is made by this artist. Okay, so no more more Studio Investigrave characters. I have Paul and Mac. I forgot the name of the game that they're supposed to be in, but it's about aliens, motels, road trips. Uh, I love their designs as well. This is another pro tag. This is CD from Jackpot Crash Course. And I basically drew a lot of those Studio Investigrave characters, but with outfits I saw randomly on Pinterest, and I was like, okay, like if I see an outfit, I assign them to a character and like draw them, but I wasn't looking actively for outfits. I just took the first ones I saw. So here's Sadie, then we have Hyun Hoo from Bittersweet Sentence again, and we have Atria from Silver Bullet. Then Bones from Jackpot Crash Course, Eddie from Jackpot Crash Course, Benny from Jackpot Crash Course, Andy, which is like an OC of Rachel draws this. He designed Andy, and I don't think he's part of any upcoming games, if I remember correctly. Then we have Kowalski from Silver Bullet. I had a lot of fun like finding the outfits and stuff. Then another, another one that I did on March 2025 that I glued onto the page. I was apparently back into my Detroit Become Human phase. I loved the game so much when it came out in 2018. Also, like fandom stables, but I love the Blue Blood, and yeah, and I had fun with that and drawing him. Now compared to how I drew him back in 2018, I did make some progress. I'm happy about that. So next we have the, oh my god, yeah, I dedicated a page of my sketchbook to the Mizuki 5 event in Project Sekai with the Bake no Hana song. Really, really well made event. Made me cry a bunch. Really like it. It's just it cut deep into my heart and my soul. And yeah, I remember for once I read the event in a Project Sekai story and character focus event, and yeah, it made me cry. I've been a Resident Evil fan for longer than I've been a Silent Hill fan, and I say fan because I love the stories and aesthetic of the games, but I haven't played the games yet. I really want to play the third one or fourth one because I heard that it's very, very fucking good. Yeah, so like the remake inspired me to draw a bit of fan art for that. I really like Mary, of course, and like I drew this in a more realistic style that I'm used to, but still keeping it illustrative. And yeah, it's really different from what I usually do. And I had a fun time decorating the page also. I love drawing Pyramid Head and the nurses. Really cool looking monsters from a horror game. Like I really love the monsters. I feel like in Silent Hill, I love the monsters more than I love the characters in a way. But in Resident Evil, I love the characters more than I love the monsters. Anyways, but yeah, I had a fun time like redoing the save screen. Next we have more of a personal page, I guess, because it's like my little persona. I had a hard time designing my persona because I wanted something that I wouldn't change every other day. But I also wanted to include stuff that I like and some clothes that I would like for a long time. I drew some big shorts and then some like down the shoes. Don't look at those. Also, like I forget to draw this a lot when I draw my persona, but I'm supposed to have like a little headset butterfly thing on my ear, kind of like as if I had headphones with decorations. Anyways, in here is how I draw my eye. Here, I forget the sparkle a lot. I have a little chibi of my persona here. I have me like drinking bubble tea and melon soda and playing on the computer. Basically, yeah, me in a nutshell, to be honest. And then like I tried to do some mock-ups of what my pants would look like. And then I was like, hey, I kind of like how it looks, so I'm gonna keep it. But I drew my little chibi with a like little hehe here, and then I hid it underneath this little Chikawa post-it, Chikawa piece of paper. This one that I think I stained with actual coffee, because I love this effect. I knew that, I don't know if you remember, but during the pandemic, people love to paint with coffee. So I wanted to give it a try again because I really love how it looks actually. So then we have a bit of a random fan art page. I still have like one little square with my Sona eating strawberry shortcake, favorite cake of all time. I have Till with a really disproportionate body. I'm sorry, bro. We have Missy with an outfit I saw, which was super cool. Pyramid Head, James from Silent Hill 2, because I wanted to do something with like this background of like a simple circle, and I wanted to draw Pyramid Head with that so bad. Benny and Hetty from Jackpot Crash Course from Studio Investigrave Games. And like a page dedicated to Jackpot Crash Course. The game hadn't came out yet. It was just drawings made by Rachel that inspired me a lot to draw those two characters, and he ended up like reposting this drawing. So yeah, I'm so I'm so happy about that. Oh yeah, so another little drawing I did of like the cards I did back in March, where I just glued them on top of a page that I didn't really like. This page was like a warm-up for digital drawing, and I didn't know how to fill the rest of the page, so I glued this little art of Mitzi on top, and then I drew a little Mitsuki from the She Wasn't a Guy manga, which I obviously fucking adore, because I did I did 2 videos on my channel dedicated to this manga, so of course I love it. Here I just love how I could, like, I went ham with the glitter and the stickers. Like, I love the really hyper pop, really pink aesthetic, and I used ink, like a liquid ink, to do the black parts. And yeah, I love the contrast between this and like this little weird gradient that I did for the background. Here, a bunch of warm-ups, as its title here. So this is my Sona, and one OC, and then I tried to draw Leon gender swapped, and random character that I didn't finish. I don't know who this is. But yeah, little chibis of my Sonas. It's just a warm-up, but I thought they were cute, so I didn't want to cover them up for once. Oh, and one of the last, I think it's maybe the last card I did from March 2025. This one is Ruri from the Fireflower cover of Project Segai, and the music video was really beautifully animated, so I redrew this frame of Ruri at the end. And yeah, those cards are all inked with a fountain pen and liquid ink, so yeah, that's why they're special. So here is a page that I actually drew on camera, and the video is up on my channel. I drew Mitsuki from the She Wasn't a Guy manga, and I drew her in an outfit I actually wore, and I took that as inspiration to draw her in this pose in this outfit. And then I drew a bunch of stuff like the outfit details and like some matcha cakes that matched like the green, of course. And then drew another, like this one I talked about it before, but I hate how it turned out because I colored the hair wrong, but hey. And then I drew some other little panels from the manga, like poses from panels of the manga rather, and a little Aya here, a little chibi Aya. And yeah, so here I drew co-worker from Elevator Hitch, and here I drew him in a Detroit Become Human setting. But I actually like how I drew the fold of the jacket here, and the style is also kind of different from how I usually draw, but I like it. And yeah, very random background, but let's roll with it. Also, like I glued, I taped down the drawing I made on the little card. This is a drawing of my cat, Moon. I love her so much, and I decided for the first time that I would like properly draw her and realistically. So I drew like one of the poses that she loves to sleep in, which is like like in a croissant circle with her paw sticking out. Pretty cute. And then like this is based off a picture of her like looking directly at the camera. And also she likes to sleep like that as well, like like her front paw holding her back paw. And yeah, I love her so much. And yeah, I did a little page for her, and I picked some clovers and plants from my garden, and this was from a bouquet I got on my birthday. And this is I don't know where this is from. I forgot if it was from a bouquet or from the garden. I don't think it's from the garden. Oops, sorry. Some of them have been unstucking from the page already. I'll glue those back down, but yeah. And I use the same method as in the alien stage page. Like I drowned them in glue and I dried them out and kept their shape. So here are my OCs with their final-esque designs, because Xena's outfit really changed, and Desiree a little bit also. Yeah, this is design kind of changed a tiny bit. Those characters I haven't yet put into an animatic or anything else like that, but they're supposed to be two of our characters that are best friends with Xena, and I'm not sure about their names yet, so yeah, I don't know. Speaking of which, this is like a bunch of expression practice. I haven't done this in a while. I knew I used to do this all the time. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to mention, but I also put some dried flowers and dried petals on this page. I like the contrast with the dried petals and like the different papers I used. So yeah, here I drew a bunch of expressions for my main OC Xena. I used to do this like a lot in my back in my pandemic sketchbooks. Like take those reference sheets from Pinterest and like draw all of the expressions. But here I I did them without looking at the reference. And yeah, that's just what came out. Here, so I have a bunch more ramblings. I'm going to cover them for now because they could be spoilers or not used, so So these are like Xena again, Des, and the third character that was the tall one from the last page. I really want to give Xena like a big weapon, like a big ass hammer or something like that. I think that would fit her so well. So I'm working on that. Then some expressions for the two other guy characters and Xena. And yeah, I wanted there's the three of them are supposed to be like childhood best friends. So that's why I drew them like kind of like in a pajama party kind of setting. But yeah, to be continued. Here I have things I drew on my lunch break at work. Taking the subway in the morning, I saw a person with a backpack that transported cats inside of it, and it had two floors. Like it had one cat on the first floor of the backpack and a second cat on the bottom floor of the backpack. And one was really sleepy and one was really like excited and or slash like a bit scared of being transported. So I started to play Persona 3 and I drew the protagonist from that because I really like his look. And I drew Xena again in a different kind of like style. And I drew Ivan, sorry. With like kind of like a Valentine's Day outfit, like with a berry with a heart, and then like kind of as if he was like handing out chocolates, I don't know, with a little doily kind of flower behind, and something like that. Speaking of Ivan, I'm not gonna get it. Okay, Yvonne. So around that time, Vivi Knows and Kilming released a comic where after Alien Stage, Jill is haunted by memories of Ivan, and I really liked his vibe. But yeah, I like decorating this page and use, you know, like only red and black inks, and I like the look of it. And I like this tail as well, and the centipede here, or the parasite that's supposed to represent Ivan. God damn it. And here, more of my OCs. So the trio of Xena and the other two characters. I wanted to name them Tai and Aki, but I'm not sure. I might go back on this, and like I feel like Ty, because it was Tyver, not Tyler. His design has changed quite a bit. And yeah, so don't take this as like a reference sheet at all. But yeah, I saw this TikTok of like, you know, like real people doing trio poses. And like I wanted to do that with my OC since they're a trio. And yeah, I also did this one because there were some crazy poses in the TikTok, and the star one is really my favorite. Okay, so here I had like an epiphany of characters that share the same vibes. Like I started to draw the protagonist from Persona 3 more and more, and I realized that, you know, he had the same vibe as Yoshiki from The Samurai Hikaru Died, and has the protagonist from Danganronpa 3, Shuichi, and Toya from Project Sekai. So I feel like, you know, they're kind of like emo, into music, and like often associated with blue. So I put them in the same page, you know, to have the characters have the same vibe. And I use this little Cinnamoroll stickers. And yeah, speaking of Persona 3, this is the last page I finished in my sketchbook because I started it before the summer. And I completed just now. That's crazy how fast time passes. Because really, like, I started this back in like July or August, and I finished it a few weeks ago in April of 2026. So yeah, I spent quite a lot of time on it because I drew like half of it. I mean, like I drew Akihiko first, and Fuka, and Aegis, and the protagonist. I drew them like first, and then I only sketched out the rest. But overall, I think I really like how it turned out. I like how I decided to put Chihiro also here because I really love her design. Favorite design of the whole game, I feel. And Ryoji as well, because I wanted to make use of his long scarf. Also, I put some food stickers that I recently got because Persona games are really big on, you know, like you buy food because they're a health item. Of course, I put pancakes next to Akihiko, only logical. And yeah, I also used some stamps to do Fuka's outfit, and they mimic this washi tape here. And this little paint window post-it that I got from a random art store really came into clutch because I feel like it's a game from the beginning of the 2000s, so it has this vibe. But yeah, I really like this page. I love how I managed to fit a lot of characters into it. Next, so those are the drawings I did over the summer, so I didn't do a lot. But those are, of course, from Tsukasa's main focus event, fifth one, I think, like the one that came out during the summer. And the cards were like Tsukasa, Arui, and Emu all in the rain. So like I drew this, and I drew those in a moving car. Even though I get car sick easily, I got this little bracelets thingies that allow me to not get car sick. So I managed to draw this in a car. Pretty proud of myself for that. They could have looked way worse, and that's why this Emu is I failed this one, but I redid her here. Really cute. Yeah, I really love those two because I tested out also those new fountain ink pens from Daiso, and they are amazing. I was also big on watching The Samurai Hikaru Died, and I drew Yoshiki as well as Hikaru here, and another Yoshiki, and a random character. Also, like this one I drew, those ones I drew, on the table like a normal fucking person, and I tried to like have this, the Yoshiki's like look of fear that he often has. So yeah, Also here I drew some real life mountains using pastel Crayolas. I drew rocks, big rocks. I'm not sure how I feel about those because they didn't turn out that well, but those ones are okay. And this one too, I guess. I'm not used to drawing like real life landscapes, but I should do that more often. It's a good exercise and it's quite fun. So here, also a page that is featured on my YouTube channel. So this is the crossover between Silent Hill and The Summer a Cow Died. The page that I dedicated to, you know, like draw my mock-ups and like how the page will look, like the thumbnail of how the page will look. I also did that for the next crossover, the spooky crossover I did for She Wasn't a Guy manga and Chilla's Art Games crossover that I did on my channel as well. So yeah, this is a warm-up page and this is the actual page that I already talked about on my channel, but yeah. I really like it because I really committed. I did it fully. I have yet to turn them into prints, but it's gonna be a thing at some point. Maybe, hopefully. But yeah, I like this monster. I wasn't sure when I drew this page how I felt about it, but now actually I think I like it. And I should draw more fisheye angles, definitely. So same here. Second spooky crossover that I did. You can see like the whole process on my YouTube channel and the video that's dedicated to that. And yeah, I love how I drew. I drew Aya here, really scared with the digicam, and the monster that's supposed to be a chill monster. And of course Mitsuki with a big sword. So here another page of warm up. And you know, like OC warm up expressions. This is an OC from because I was part of, for the studio Investigrave fandom, I was part of the gacha they did for Congo and for Gaza. So basically, like I picked up the prompt for someone who wanted their OCs with coworker from Elevator Hitch. I did some plushies of my OCs. This is like Xena's plushie is a cat. This plushies is a little sheep. And I guess it's not his real name for now, but Tyver's a little plushie is a little dog. I didn't do one for Aki. I have yet to know which plushie I want to do for him. And then like, you know, like different expressions from my OC, like a younger version of Aki, a younger version of Xena, maybe a potentially new version of Xena that I didn't end up going with, a younger version of Desiree. This is Joker for Persona 5 for some reason. Oh yeah, okay, we're back. We're back to October with 2 days of Cringetober. Like not even free, just 2 days. So here we have the protagonist from Persona 3 with like all the Arcana cards and with the overpowered prompt. The character is being like weirded out. Then I have another drawing of the protagonist in Persona 3, sorry. Then a bunch of Akihikos here, a little Aragaki, random character, and Shadow. I also watched the Sonic 3 movie with Shadow, so of course I got a bit of a Shadow phase during the month of October, so I drew him. And I drew him for Cringetober Day 2 weird colors because I added those weird colors in the background. Yeah, that's it for Cringetober. Then I drew the Emperors. I managed to not spell Emperors right. So all the Emperors Arcana users from Persona, well, not all of them because I only played / knew of the mainline ones, which are Persona 3, 4, 5. Like, the Emperors are always my favorite in Persona games. It's, you know, it's law. It's law for me. Then Vivinos and Kyumeng dropped the sports, you know, like each character from any stage, like doing a specific sport. So I drew Mizi in our tennis outfit, and then tried Mizi with like a ponytail and glasses, and then a bunch of Yunas, because you know I love Yuna as well. Yeah. Then Speaking of Alien Stage, my third spooky crossover with Alien Stage characters and the Dark anthology games, or Until Dawn, more generally speaking. So yeah, I did a video on that as well, and yeah, you know, even if I used a bit less color on the actual characters, I made up for that with the background colors and like the stamp and stuff like that. Even though it's a bit confusing how I composed the page, I still like how it tells somewhat of a story. And yeah, I tried to reference a bit, you know, like Until Dawn and those other games. I tried, but it was really fun to draw all of the Against These characters interacting together. I really like that. And this picture turned out really cute. So here I have the Persona 3 characters in skirts, then another protagonist, then Ryoji, then Junpei, and 3 Akihiko's because he's my favorite. And yeah, I kind of like wanted to have this Vivienne Westwood inspiration for this outfit. I tried. Moving on, we have, oh yeah, the failed. So I did mention back at the beginning of the sketchbook that I tried to do my own stamps, and I tried to do Charlie from Smiling Friends, like in this maid outfit with the sheet pan meal that he did for the toxic guy that basically like ordered them around for an episode. But I think I used the wrong ink, or I didn't carve it well enough, because it ended up looking horrific. Like, this is how a real stamp is supposed to look like in comparison. But like the first time I tried to stamp on with the lino sheets I had, I think the ink I have is either expired or too thick, so it ended up looking very awful. But I tried it out later on with like pad inks. Oh shit. Well, okay. Definitely something wrong with the inks here. I tried it on. I tried to stamp with pad inks, and it did end up looking a bit more normal, but still I feel like some details are missing, so I might have carved it a bit wrong. So I'll try again and see if I can have better results. Then I have Toxic Yaoi from my OCs as well. And yeah, a bunch more of my OCs as well. So I have Xena, Des, Aki, and Tyver, which are not set. That's basically it. And then more of my OCs on top here. This is not good. This is my favorite drawing of Xena I ever did. And this is Des again. And some other versions of Tyver. I'm not set on this version at all. Not that I look at it like that. I need to redraw him. And then I had for, you know, like a personal challenge to draw every single Project Sekai OC characters from their collab with like a pop-up cafe. Like they all had their own outfits for this collab cafe or whatever, and they all look very cute, so I decided to draw them. So this is Nene. So we have Nene, Onami, Airi, and Akito. So yeah, I tried to like add elements that referred their units around them. So like the Clover for Mormon Jump, and like the CDs for Vivid Bat Squad, and like the space elements for Leonid, and like a bunch of you know, symbols from Wonderland Showtime. And yeah, I did a little Pump on Purin sticker here because I like it. And yeah, and here I tried to color the outfits as best as I could. Sometimes when I like the sketch too much, I'm very scared to draw. Like, not to draw, but I'm scared to draw in general, but I'm scared to color the sketches that I did. So I try my best to you know, like keep the lines, the sketch lines as much as I can, and not ruin everything with a bad inking job, which I do far too often. So I try to keep the, you know, the lines as clear as possible and just color it really subtly. The colors are not on reference. I kind of like deviated from the original colors, but I still think it looks okay. And then I did the protagonist with Tsukasa being on his own page. I have Midori, Kanade, Kohane, and Ichika, and I also did some decorations that were reminiscent of their own units. And then we have Tsukasa, Saki, and Haruka. I don't really like how I drew Saki's face. I'm sorry. The outfit came out okay, but her face, I think I didn't make it very well. But you know, like I added some subtle decorations as well, also here. And here's the end actually of the sketchbook. And here we have An, Emu, and Mafuyu for the end page. And a bunch of cursed Miffy stamps here. I'm sorry, this looks so unsettling. But hey, bonus drawings. So this was the Charlie drawing I used to make the lino stamp with. I also tried it on some eyes on a separate piece of paper and it didn't work that well as well. But I also tried to do chibis of Suai and Mitzi. I also did a little Alan and Pim and the small little plush characters of Till and Evine, and a little shadow doing a heart. But yeah, and the other ones are a bunch of Alien Stage and Persona 3 as well, with a little Hyuna, a little Luca, a little Jack Frost, some Akihikos, and some protagonists from Persona 3. I really like this one, but I think it's gonna be hard to put it into the lino. God. But that's a problem for another day. So that concludes my sketchbook tour. Thank you for tagging along, and thank you for listening to my stories about the sketchbook. It's like it took me a long time to complete it. I hope that my next sketchbook takes me a bit less time, but at the end of the day, it's not the the production rate. It's all about if it makes you happy or even if it makes you sad. I feel like drawing is super important. And drawing as much as you can, or at least try to draw what makes you happy on impulse. Like everyone has their own way and their own pace when it comes to drawing, but it's important to draw when you feel like it and not for any other like pressures. Draw for yourself, draw what you want, draw for your friends if you want, and draw whatever you want. Basically, it's important to keep on drawing though, because we're not gonna let a computer do that for ourselves. It's important that if you have this skill, you keep on doing it, trying new things. And yeah, I hope this sketchbook tour gives you gives you the feeling of doing whatever you want on the page, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's your sketchbook, and trying something new is always fun, and it might give you other ideas, and it might start a new skill or start a new passion for I don't know, collages or stickers or whatever. So yeah, try new things, draw, and have fun. But hey, I hope to see you soon for a new sketchbook tour, and other sketchbook spreads, and maybe more OC lore along the way and other collabs. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this sketchbook tour, and have a wonderful rest of your day, and see you guys very soon. Bye bye.